Hello everybody, I hope you had a good weekend. I had a good one, but first I want to apologize for the video I made before this weekend when I was in the car. My wife hijacked the entire thing, talking about soda discounts and my haircut. And when she got finished talking, I had like no battery left in my car. Somebody was like mad because I didn't get to the car wash. It's because I ran out of battery right before I got in the car wash. So that didn't happen. I didn't get any shoestrings, and I didn't get a present for wifey. But we were in New York. We had a good time. I took her to a Broadway play, so we had a good time. The wedding we went to in New York, it was Emmy Rossum. I don't usually share stuff like this with you guys, but it was really a cool weekend. It was Emmy Rossum and Sam Esmail's wedding, and it was like an exclusive Hollywood event type thing. And when I'm there, I don't know too many people in Hollywood, so you just see people and see familiar faces. Just a clue to how clueless I am. Christian Slater spoke to me 3 times before I asked wifey who was that. She said, Christian Slater. That's how bad I am. But I can tell you the difference between Ron Day and Tiki Barber. So, and let me tell you, the highlight of my life, I got to build up to it. I was in the church. I had my shades on, Cazales, black tuxedo. Again, not just shades, Cazales. That's on this side, Cazales. And I look over, and there's this dude over here with shades on in his tuxedo. I'm like, I was perturbed. So I brushed it off, and I got to the dinner, and I saw him over there, and I looked again. That was Robert Downey Jr. Of course you can do it. You are definitely cool enough. So I wouldn't, again, in those situations, you don't run and you talk to people or whatever because everybody, you're supposed to be there or whatever. But we were on the dance floor and we were dancing. And then, come on, man, a Vietnam song came on. Tropic Thunder came in my head. I just had to turn around and dap him up. So I dapped him up. We took a picture. It was all great. He was as nice as you can get and appreciative and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, talked to him a while. Of course, I got to hang out with some of Wifey's cast, William H. Macy and all those guys. Was fun as fun can get. But at the same time, keeping my eye on the Cowboys and what's going on. And of course, the main rookie that was making noise last week, as I said in my last video, was Ryan Switzer. I think we have a gem. I think we have a gem. And if I know the coaches are back just trying to figure out more ways to use Ryan Switzer and put him in this position, and put him in that position to open up Beasley and to open up Dez and open up the run game. It's going to be fantastic to have another legit weapon. But it looks like we have a legit weapon on offense to add to our other weapons on offense. I got Tack on the Brown. I was just talking to somebody about Tack. Taco was doing good as well. Shinobi was doing good as well. So some of the rookies are coming along and filling in for us. The one issue we have, I'm going to start with the back of the defense on front. I'm going to try to keep this in order because I want to wrap it all together. Nolan Carroll got busted for a DUI. Now, I don't really comment on stuff like that because, people have problems or whatever, but when you make mistakes over and over and over, then I comment. So I don't comment on the DUI, but the player, I just don't know. I don't know how he affects us. I don't know how he would change our defense here and there. I just don't know because he hadn't played with the team and I hadn't seen this new defense either. So I don't know what or how that changes anything, if anything. The only thing I think it does change, there's a lot of trade wins, rumors going around, and Orlando Scandrick's name has been come up. I don't think we're apt to trade Scandrick if Carroll's gone for 2 days. I think we want to make sure we have a crew of defensive backs, because hamstrings, because this, because that throughout the season, so we can still field a good defensive back squad. So I think that's the only way the DWI, but I hope he gets it together. I hope he gets it figured out and that never happens to him again or whatnot. As far as linebackers, Damian Wilson, I was waiting to see, or hear more things about him, so I'll be looking more this week. Jalen Smith, he's not doing much, so all the excitement that we had last week is kind of tempered this week because why isn't Jalen out there with the first team? What's going on? Why is he hurt? Is he hurt? So and that's look. In my USFL Madden franchise, we turned off the injuries during the preseason. let's all right Goodell and see if we can turn off the injuries during the preseason, because it just don't make no sense, man. I want to see him during the regular season. I don't want to get. It's like we're in this weird spot. We're so eager to see Jalen Smith, but we don't want him to get hurt by anything. We want to make sure he makes it to the regular season as well. So I'm like that with Jalen, where whatever I get is happy. If you feel like you need to sit him to make sure we have him in the season, do such. I don't care. Okay, defensive line. Taco, the only bad report I saw, I think, was for Broadus on Taco was from Rico Gathers. I mean, this channel in Dallas Cowboys Show is going to have a love fest for Rico Gathers this entire offseason, just to let you know. But Rico Gathers got a good block on him, pushed him outward, and Darren McFadden was able to hit it inside. Now, another person with the trade winds are hitting is Tyron Crawford. Now, there's two things that happen here. One, Taco, when they moved Taco inside, they played on both places, outside and inside. When they played Taco inside, and he utilized that spin, you've seen that 6-spin move, it's just too fast. He does the spin move, and he confuses the guards, and he can attack on a play, either for the run or for a pass rush. So that looks like another weapon in the interior as well. And someone said I hadn't talked about Malik Collins enough. I love Malik Collins. And I think that Malik Collins might have played his way into, or will play his way into, Tyron Crawford's starting position. So I don't know what we can get for Crawford. I have no clue on that end. But that's another situation to where, you know, if Taco is better inside than he is outside, and he can get more pressure from the inside, it's going to jam us on the inside and outside. You know, we got Benson Mayoy. Some of you say that he didn't, his sacks last year was scheme related, and DeMarcus Lawrence needs to come back. And then Charles Tapper. Charles Tapper there's a lot of buzz, like I said in the last video. He's trimmed down, and I can't wait to see what he brings. And there's another element, Demontre Moore, that's there, that's getting a lot of buzz. So if you're hearing me, this is a lot of names of defensive linemen that are pretty decent. So this theory just may work. Just stay tuned. It may work, because rather than having 4 or 5 really top-notch guys and it dwindles off after that, we have like 7, 8, you know, guys that we can rotate in and out. And I tell you what it does. These other guys will take more plays off because they're out there playing more. These guys over here in this long rotation will take less plays off because A, you have less plays yourself, and B, the plays that you got, you need to be making more plays so you can get more plays. You know what I'm saying? So this thing might work out, and it's all about the strength in numbers. And if we can be active and get to the ball and do all the things we need to do. And I was telling somebody today, when the same person I was talking about tack with, our offense protects our defense. So our defense wasn't very good last year, but our offense protected it. And this next year coming up, our offense is going to be even better at protecting the defense, holding the ball, getting the first downs, getting into the end zone, things like that is going to make the defense even better. And when you see rotation like that, they're going to be so hungry because they're only going to get a few snaps a game. So they're going to be so hungry to get somebody in those few snaps that they get. So I really like what's going on right there. So on the offensive side of the book, Ball already talked about Switzer. He's the main person to talk about over there, as well as Rico Gathers. Preseason is just going to be a Rico show, and we're going to get to see as much as we can of Rico, and I can't wait. All right, I'll be back this week and see what happens at practice. All right, holla at you. Peace.